Om Shanti, good morning.
Om Shanti. Good morning, Praful Bhai.
So let's start today's Murli. That Murli is dated 29th of October 1987. The powers of the body, mind, wealth, and relationships. So the word power is very prominent word used even in logics, and it is often believed that one who has power can rule an entire world, or for that matter is more better than anyone else having lesser power. And Baba in this Murli is not just talking about soft powers, but also power relating to body, wealth, and relationships. So, very nicely, he has elaborated each of these powers and what is the source, how can we attain these powers. Also, why are we not able to experience these powers? What are the attainments, and how we can increase the powers of each of these categories. So it's a short Murli, but quite insightful. And today, Baba has used a very different technique in elaborating all these powers and connecting that to the Gyan. So let's read together. Baba says, today, the Almighty Authority Father is looking at his powerful children. Each Brahman soul has become powerful, big, but number wise. So at first itself, Baba has given a disclaimer that all Baba's children are number wise powerful. All the powers are the inheritance from the Father and the blessing from the bestower of blessings. Through the double relationship of the Father and the bestower of blessings, each child has this elevated attainment at birth. At birth, the Father gives you a right to all the powers. That is, He gives you your birthright. Along with that, as the bestower of blessings, He makes you a Master Almighty Authority as soon as you take birth and gives you the blessings. May you have all powers. So Baba is mentioning about two relationships, एक पिता और एक भाग्य विधाता. So he's a father as well as bestower of blessings. And due to this dual relationship, at the time of birth, he fulfills the father's aspect of giving us all the powers. Because as soon as a child gets birth, he gets all the inheritance from the family property. And at the same times, he gives us this blessing of may you have all powers. So in Lokik, these two relationships are different. So one has to get blessing when he actually makes a guru. And the father, of course, in Lokik, a child becomes inherited of all the family property, but again, the father may not have complete property or he may not have enough to give to the child. But here, due to this both relationship taking place at the same time, Each child Baba is mentioning at the time of birth is entitled to get all the powers. All the Baba says all the children receive this double right equally from the one, but your power to imbibe it makes you number wise. The father makes all the children constantly full of powers, all powers, but children become powerful according to their capacity. Generally, whether in worldly life or in spiritual life, powers are the basis of success. The more powers you have, the more successful you are. The main powers are of the body, mind, wealth, and relationships. All four are essential. If even one power out of these four is missing, there is no constant and total success in life. In spiritual life too, all four powers are essential. This is interesting. So Baba is connecting both the Lokik life as well as spiritual life. While in Lokik also, worldly life also, we need these four powers. In spiritual life also, all of these four powers are essential. In this spiritual life, the good health of both souls and matter is essential. When the soul is healthy, then through your own stage, the accounts of your body or illness of your body becomes like a thorn from a crucifix and you experience yourself to be healthy. There are then no signs of illness or suffering on your face. You don't even speak about your illness, and instead of speaking about the suffering of karma, you speak of the stage of karma yoga, because speaking about the illness would cause the illness to increase. So Baba is telling that if the soul is healthy, then automatically any illness of body will also not be seen on the face, because a healthy soul will never speak about the suffering, because if we speak that about it, the illness would increase. Baba says such a soul will never experience the suffering of the illness, nor will he spread a wave of sorrow by speaking of his suffering. Instead, with the power of transformation, he will transform any suffering into contentment. He will remain content and bring about a wave of contentment to others. This is, he will become a master almighty authority, and with the blessing of upas, use the power to tolerate or the power to accommodate according to the time. When you use the blessing or the inheritance of powers that you receive from the Almighty Authority Father at a time of need, these blessings or good wishes work like medicine for you. because all these powers can cooperate with you in whatever form you need, according to the situation, the time, and the way you want to use them. You can imbibe these powers or blessings from God in whatever way you want. So, just like Baba gave one example of illness, physical illness, how does the mind power helps us overcome that? He tells that the one who is Master Almighty Authority, he can use the power to tolerate or power to accommodate or any other power based on the situation, based on the need. Baba says you can imbibe these powers or blessings from God in whatever way you want. 1 minute in the form of coolness, 1 minute in the form of burning. So again, this is a matter of experience. It's not all theory. Not sure all those in the call how much you all have experienced, but let me just put a context here so that so once I got a mm, huge accident. I met with an accident. Like I fell off from the train and I broke my ankle, and it was fractured. It was a mild factor. My fracture. I didn't fell from the running train. It is just that while stepping down from the train, by mistake, my leg went into the some pit on the platform, which I was not aware. So a sudden jerk came, and of course the leg started paining, and that pain was very bad. Like it was burning like anything, because there was a mild fracture in my ankle. So while I was experiencing that pain, I thought, uh, why not change the thought? And I immediately thought, oh wow, my one vikarma got cleared. So this pain, I was instead of telling hi hi, I started speaking wow. The more the things are paining, the leg is paining, the more I am getting recovered from any karmic account which might have caused that pain. So ultimately, it so happened that it is not that the pain stopped, but while the thing was paining, I was enjoying. That burning sensation went into the coolness sensation, and after some time, that pain was not really bothering me. I could easily shift my mind to something else. Hmm? Just like for the matter, if we eat some hot food, so that way hot things may not be helpful for us, but then if willingly we eat any hot item, maybe if that's a dal or anything, we enjoy that hot item. But if we don't have it willingly, if somebody just spill that hot dal on our skin or something, then that hotness can cause burning sensation. So it is on us that how we take those situations. So that is what Baba is probably telling here. You can imbibe these powers or blessings from God in whatever way you want. 1 minute in the form of coolness, 1 minute in the form of burning. They can make you experience the coolness of water and also experience burning in the fire. They can work like medicine and also like nourishing food to make you powerful. Just become an authority to use these powers. at the right time. All of these powers are servers of you, Master Almighty authorities. Whenever you order any one of them, it will say, "Yes, my Lord," and cooperate with you. However, those who take service from them also have to be just as clever. So, you can constantly experience the power of the body on the basis of soul power. That is, you can experience being constantly healthy. Mm. So, it is just that after having gyan so many years, we probably tend to follow these paths naturally, or maybe it's a reflex action. But in spite of that, uh, let us try to imbibe by recalling those powers. So, for example, if a situation comes, and if we, instead of just hoping things to get cleared or waiting, which generally we might do, if you recall any power and if you order the power that, okay, this is a situation, I will like to use this power. And if we explicitly call out those powers, I think that we'll be experiencing those powers in a more natural way. So, just coming back to the example, the one which I just shared, in back of the mind, so the same ankle example, the one I got hurt, and so back of the mind, I would always have this thought that, okay, this pain would stop anyways. It will stop after some time. So there is no need for me to shout. That is one way to approach it, but still the pain would be evident. But if I recall any specific power at that time, that okay, now I need to practice whatever the power is, it could be power to tolerate or power to accommodate, and then I see that situation, it will be more easy for me to have a grip on that situation. So instead of waiting for the things to settle down, if we ask those powers to come and help us in that situation, that will have a more faster impact than it would otherwise have. So with this light, let us read again these last three, four statements which Baba is mentioning. Baba is telling they can make you experience the coolness of water and experience burning in a fire. They can work like medicine and also like a nourishing food to make you powerful. Just become an authority to use these powers at the right time. All of these powers are servers of you, Master Almighty authorities. So Baba is asking us to become an authority. And why? When will we become an authority? When we invoke these powers at the right time. That's what Baba is telling. Whenever you order any of them, they will say, "Yes, my Lord," and cooperate with you. However, those who take service from them also have to be just as clever. So you can constantly experience the power of the body on the basis of soul power. That is, you can experience being constantly healthy. The Alokik Brahmin life is a constantly healthy life. You have received the blessings of may you be constantly healthy from the bestower of blessings. Bab Dada sees that some children are not able to use or take benefits from the blessings they have received at the time of need, or it can be said that they are unable to take service from these powers. They are servers in an unlimited way and with an unlimited intellect. The stage of being a Master Almighty Authority is not a small thing. It is an elevated stage, and it is also a supreme title direct from the Supreme Soul. How much instruction do you have of this title? Sorry, how much intoxication do you have of this title? The title makes so many tasks successful. So, this is a title from God. It is filled with so much happiness and power. If you remain seated on the seat of the stage of this title, you will experience all these powers to be always ready to serve you. They will be awaiting your orders. So, use the blessing and the inheritance. If you don't remain subtle in the self respect, if you don't remain stable in the self respect of a Master Almighty Authority, then instead of keeping your powers under your orders, you would constantly keep asking the Father to give you a particular power or to carry out a task for you, or for this to happen or that to happen. Therefore, those who make requests can never remain constantly happy. One thing will be accomplished and other thing will begin. So, become a master, be yogyukt and take service wisely from your servers, and you will automatically experience being constantly healthy. This is called the attachment of the power of the body, attainment of the power of body. In the same way, there is the power of mind. So Baba has completed the describe the power of body, how one thing can be accomplished while we become yogyukt and also become masters, so that we can wisely use our servers, and using this will automatically experience being healthy. Now Baba says, in the same way, there is the power of mind, that is the power of elevated thought. Every thought of a Master Almighty Authority has so much power that he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and also make it happen, because his thoughts are always pure, elevated, and benevolent. So even when where there are elevated thoughts of benevolence, they will definitely be successful. And because you are a Master Almighty Authority, your mind can never deceive its master. It cannot make you experience sorrow. The mind remains concentrated, that is, it remains stable in one place. It does not wander. You are then able to stabilize your mind whenever you want, whenever you want. The mind can then never be unhappy, because it becomes your server, your servant. So the power, so this is the power of the mind which you have attained in your alokik life as an inheritance and a blessing. Hmm? So Baba is mentioning that how, with the power of our pure elevated thoughts, we can achieve whatever we want. because we are master almighty authority. And with that, again we have to experiment this, that while we want to stabilize our mind at one thing, how much time? So whenever we are sitting in yoga, for example, we plan to sit for 15 minutes. Let's try to give our mind command that okay, you need to focus on this area. It could be meeting with Baba, it could be going to Paramdhav or whatever. And there we can see that how long our mind is able to stabilize itself. Is it really coming down, or is it really still thinking of any service plan or any seva, or it is actually sitting where we want it to sit? And for how long it is able to sit? If I am sitting in yoga for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, am I able to completely control my mind and generate those thoughts which I want to? So again, for that, it is very good that we plan out our 30 minutes yoga or whatever time we want to sit well in advance. Otherwise, what will happen? Our mind will go wherever it wants to take us. And then we will have a feeling that, oh, I only thought of taking our mind there. So basically, mind will start controlling us. So this is again another experiment which we can use to see how much are we able to control our mind. Moving on, Baba says in the same way, the third is the power of wealth. This is very interesting paragraph. Baba says the power of the wealth of knowledge. The wealth of knowledge automatically enables you to attain physical wealth. This is something which we can check in our current life. Is our physical wealth being directly in proportion to the wealth of knowledge? And can the wealth of knowledge automatically enables us to attain physical wealth? Baba is telling, not telling it brings you physical wealth. He says enables you to attain ability, rather physically having it. So let's see what Baba says ahead. Where there is the wealth of knowledge, nature automatically becomes a servant. Physical wealth is for physical facilities. With the wealth of knowledge, you automatically attain all physical facilities. This is why the wealth of knowledge is the king of all wealth. Where the king is, all the physical materials and automatic are automatically attained. You don't need to make effort. If you make if you have to make an effort to attain any physical things, it means that there is a lack of the wealth of knowledge. In fact, the wealth of knowledge makes you into a multimillionaire. Doing everything in God's name automatically brings you success in everything you do. Those who are those who have God's wealth become those who do everything for God. They don't even need to have a thought. All necessities automatically continue to be supplied. They have so much power of wealth that this wealth of knowledge makes them into the kings of kings for many births. So you also easily attain the power of wealth. Hmm? All these paragraphs are very, very deep. It is something which we really have to reflect and see how much we are able to imbibe. So, in interest of time, I might not go into the explanation. We are already 5:30. I'll quickly read the last wealth, and then we'll start churning. In the same way, there is The power of relationship. There is the pure desire for the attainment of the power of relationships, because through relationships there is attainment of love and cooperation. In the alaukic life, you attain the power of relationships in a double way. Do you know how you attain the power of relationships in a double way? One is to have all relationships with the Father, and the second one is the relationship with the divine family. So it is a double relationship with the Father and with one another. So through relationships, you constantly continue to attain altruistic love, imperishable love, and imperishable cooperation. So you also have the power of relationships. In any case, why does a father want children, and why do children want a father? For cooperation, so that you receive cooperation at a time of need. So in the Lockic life, you have the attainment of all four powers as a blessing and an inheritance. What would your stage be at every moment when you have attained all four types of power? Always a master almighty authority. Do you always remain stable while seated in this stage? It is this stage that, in other words, is referred to be as being a king of the self or a Rajyoga. The treasure store of a king is constantly full, so a Rajyogi means one whose treasure store of all powers is constantly full. Do you understand? This is called the alaukic life of an elevated Brahmin. So always be a master and use all the powers. Instead of being according to capacity, be constantly powerful. Don't be one of those who makes requests, but one who remains constantly happy. Acha. Hmm? So after this, it's just one couple of paragraphs. Baba meeting Madhuban Nivasi. Everyone is given the chance to come to Madhuban. Always keep this fortune that you have attained with you. To keep the bester of fortune with you means to keep your fortune with you. People from three zones have come. The rivers from three different places have now come together. This is called confluence of the Triveni. Bab Dada, as the bestower of blessings, gives blessings to all of you. It is up to each of you to use these blessings. Acha, to the elevated souls everywhere who have a right to the full inheritance and blessings, to all the elevated Master Almighty Authority souls, to all the contented souls who constantly spread waves of contentment, to the great souls who always attain success in all their interactions by acting in God's name. Baptada's love and remembrance filled with power and namaste. So let us pause here and reflect for a minute what Baba has for us today in his treasure chest, and let's share it later. Okay, we can start sharing now.
Om Shanti Praful Bhai.
Hmm?
ब्रिकटी के बीच में चमकता हुआ अजब सितारा. I think this sentence is deep rooted in me. Soul. You have just said powers of the body, mind, and we have not touched the other. But for the past few days, I have been just practicing soul power and body. Soul power, we say it's the ultimate spiritual intelligence. And for us, soul power is knowledge of the true self, a clear understanding what is a soul and what does it do. It's a spiritual energy. It is deep down within us, not untapped at all, such a reservoir. But when Baba spoke just about body, as you said, it's too deep a concept to understand and all. But when we speak about soul and body connection, I feel they are so deeply connected. No sooner the soul enters the body comes to life. No sooner the soul leaves the body, the organs all die. So deeply they are connected. So you have to need to take care of both. Both influence each other. Suppose I say I am a peaceful soul, joyous soul, and what I have to do, I have to radiate these qualities to the body. I have to transfer these qualities to the body. That's what you did when you fell from the train. The body was in pain, it needed power. You transferred the power of the soul to the body and you found your coolness. So, this body experiences then positivity and good health. As we say, Sankalp se Siddhi. So, this is what I always like. When you have a good soul body connection, do not think just because Baba said no body consciousness, he didn't say throw away your body. He said you should use the body through the power of the soul, because soul power is the only spiritual energy that can nurture your body. This is just one concept I wanted to touch. Mind power is still mind boggling, but I think the soul power and body power, and this has been going on, Praful Bhai, from yesterday's Murli Detached, when we spoke about detachment of body. It's a very beautiful concept which I wanted to share. Soul power transferred to the body. Om Shanti.
Yes, very nicely mentioned. Anyone else would like to add?
Yeah, Om Shanti. So Baba says when the soul remains in its original form, I mean the self-respect form of Master Almighty authorities, all the powers that we have, right, that becomes our servers, obedient servers, ready to serve ready to serve at any time that we says. And Baba also said towards the end, becoming a master and a requester. So requester can never remain happy, all the time, because you start requesting all the time, right? So it may not work sometimes. So you'll not be happy all the time. Master, you have to become a master and use the powers. That is when you really become that full contented person. So Baba has given us the title Master Almighty Authority. That's really a good title, and so we have to become that master and then use these powers instead of becoming a requester. Yeah, that's the takeaway for me today. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Any insights from anyone else?
Om, Om
Yes.
Shanti, everyone. I have one or two experiences that I would like to share. My son got engaged, and it was I stay in Bangalore, and the engagement was quite in Dharwad, so we had to travel there, and the engagement was in a hotel. And So, and after when we went there, all of a sudden we came to know that the girl's mm, grandfather was in ICU, and everyone were very much tensed. Naturally, it's a natural source when you have a function, you get good tensed. So I was just thinking in the morning, I got up, I did my Amrit. Then whatever come what may, I have to read the Murli. Whatever tension I have, I must complete the Murli. Only then I should start the work. So while taking a walk, I completed the reading the Murli. Then I went to the hall. Then everybody were a bit tensed. So straight away I just walked. It was on that World International Day, 21st, that Monday. I just walked to the sound, the person who, what do you call it? I'm not very good in English, who gives the, who plays the music system. You know, I just went there and just asked him to play on the 1 hour meditation music. So he played it, and I just went to and told the girl's father, without your permission, I'm going to play since it's the World Meditation Day. Let's pass some good vibes. Everybody's vibrations, everybody's blessings will be there, your father. You don't have to worry. What is in the drama, it will happen. So he was so much tense free, and I just could see the glow on his face. And we played that 1 hour meditation. It was very, very soothing. So this is one good, very good experience I had there. And today morning I was doing the Amrit Vela. Then I was just thinking, as you said, Praful Bhai, I also have a very bad ankle. It got twisted. I was and wore my knees very bad. It is ready to operate. Suddenly, though I wasn't soul conscious, but still sometimes you tend to be in body conscious. Then literally tears started rolling down from my eyes. I said, Baba, it's paining a lot. What do I do? In today's Murli class, you gave me the solution. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Praful. This is what I wanted to share. So whatever you ask, Baba, immediately the answer comes to you in return. Om Shanti.
Yeah, very true. And all of us in the group have very positive vibrations, wishes that you get healed very fast. Baba knows what his children require, and automatically he plans the murli or plans the sharing in such a way that it benefits each one of us.
Yeah,
So,
I was
yeah,
really very much surprised. But the example you gave, what you experienced, the same I'm experiencing, the same pain. But the remedy for it.
yeah,
Okay. Thank you. Mhm.
sure. Okay, any last sharing before we close?
Om Shanti.
Yes, brother.
Actually, I also want to share one of the experiences of mine when I was in my early stages in Brahmin life, and I have to go to Madhuban. Just before going to Madhuban, I think that 20 days before going to Madhuban, I suffered one accident, and due to I had got a fracture in my lower part of the leg, hairline fracture, and the doctor suggested that doctor is also a BK, and doctor suggested that you have to take rest for a month, and brother, you will not be able to go to Mathavan. Let doctor do your work, give you medicine. If Baba has called, Baba will make the things streamline so that I will be there. So don't worry about it whether I am going to Mathavan or not. Then I came to center and everybody was worried, and the sisters told me that Sanjay bhai, your ticket is to be cancelled. I'm like, no, let let us wait for that. I am going to Madhuban. And sisters tried a lot, but I said no. I will have to. I want to go to Madhuban. Baba has called me. If Baba says me, if Baba says me, बच्चे तुमको नहीं जाना है, then only I will not go. Otherwise, I will go. Then everybody was worried. They asked our the sister center in charge, Didi, Mangal Didi, to talk to me, so that they know that if Mangal Didi will say Sanjay bhai, we cannot say no. Then Mangal Didi came to my house, and outside the room there were 4 or 5 sisters, but sister the Didi Mangal Didi entered in my house, in my room, and all the sisters told, देखो उसको मना करके आना, वो तुम्हारी बात मानेगा. Didi came, and tears came in my eyes that क्या मधुबन नहीं जा पाऊंगा क्या. दीदी से वो कौन बोलता है मधुबन नहीं जा पाओगे, तुम्हें तो मधुबन जाना ही है, बाबा ने बुलाया ना, जाना है. जाओगे ना, हाँ पक्का जाऊंगा, जाओगे ना, पक्का जाऊंगा. एंड दीदी बाहर निकले. देन द सिस्टर सेड, व्हाट हैपेंड, व्हाट यू हैव डन. आपने क्या करके, आप क्या करे, मना करके आए ना. आप मना करके आए कि उसको और जोश भर गया आपने. अरे ये मैंने क्या कर दिया. दैट व्हाट बाबा डज. और देन एवरीबॉडी सेड ओके. अब तो वो किसी की बात नहीं मानेगा. दीदी ने भी बोल दिया. अब दीदी बोले कि अब मैं कैसे उसको बोलूँ, अब ना कैसे बोलूँ, मैंने ही जाके हाँ बोला है तो. देन आई वेंट टू मधुबन फर्स्ट टाइम, first meeting to Baba. And in that wonderful meeting, I had prepared one poem for Baba. And then I went to Madhuban, and then I was with my stick. Stick लेके गया था मैं. I was with my stick, and when went to Madhuban, I जोश इतना भर गया कि मुझे लगा कि मैं ही जाकर के स्टेज पर बाबा को जाके वो कविताएं दूंगा. एंड देन आई वेंट देयर. अभी मिलन स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ था, तो एक भाई ने बोला, अरे भाई आप जाके वहां बैठो. फिर मैं बैठ गया. हम बोले कि अब कोई मुझे कहेगा ना तभी मैं वहां रुकूंगा, तो मैं ऐसे नहीं रखूंगा. देन वन ब्रदर इन द स्टेज पे लेके, भाई इधर आओ, क्या लेके आए, लाओ इधर. देखो मैं यहाँ नजदीक रख देता हूँ, बाबा के नजदीक रखता हूँ. बाबा जैसे बैठेगा ना यहाँ पास, बाबा की नजर उस पर जाएगी. ठीक है. बाबा के मिलन स्टार्ट हुए. और इन दैट मिलन बाबा से, ऐसे कौन बच्चे हैं जो कल पर पहले भी आए थे, इस बार भी आए हैं. कौन बच्चे हैं, उठो, स्टैंडर्ड. मिलन हुआ, बहुत अच्छा हुआ. उसके बाद जब रिटर्न आए, तो मैंने दीदी को बोला, दीदी बाबा ने क्या मेरी कविताएं पढ़ी होगी. बोले मुरली लेके आ. इन दैट मुरली वन लाइन, एक जो लाइन था उसमें पूरा कविता का कॉपी पेस्ट था. तो दैट व्हाट बाबा डज. इफ यू लीव इट टू बाबा, बाबा मेक्स द थिंग्स क्वाइट streamlined, although the doctor suggested, but still I was very healthy. I went to Baba, and I thank. तब दीदी बोली कि संजय भाई आपका कोई संकल्प तो नहीं चल रहा है कि आप पहले मिलन में जा रहे हैं और आपका ऐसा होगा. मतलब सीधे संकल्प नहीं, आई एम थैंकफुल. मेरा पैर के लिए बहुत थैंकफुल हो, टूटा है. एंड थैंकफुल टू बाबा. वाई? बिकॉज छुट्टी नहीं मिलती मुझे ऑफिस से, और मैं चाहता हूं कि दूसरा भी टूटे अगले साल, ताकि मैं फिर जाऊंगा. और जब जब मैं पैर को निशान देखता हूँ ना, तब तब मुझे बाबा बहुत जबरदस्त याद आता है, और पूरी सारी वाक्या याद आ जाती है. सो द पेन कैन डू मैजिक. Just I was thinking how the pain does magic, because pain,
Mm.
P, P gives the energy to do Purusharth. And A, in that Purusharth, A is you add on divine virtues. And as you get enough time, so I gives you time for introspection, and the result of that Purusharth, and you you reach to a state that is called nirakari, nirvikari, nirankari. So pain also does magic. When Baba साथ में है तो pain भी मजा आता है. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. Wonderful. So, yeah, I think we have got a very good lesson today. Uh, when it comes to pain, how Baba's power help us. And वो बोलते हैं ना कि पहाड़ राई एंड राई का रुई becomes just as light as a cotton. And I believe maybe just couple of us might have shared, but each one in the group might have experienced the mind power and soul power in some form or the other. Uh, Either it is with body ailments or any achievement we must have had. But yeah, I would encourage once again, if we get a time today, we can go through the Murli and just see that how we can have that experience each time. Experience of not pain, but experience of these powers for each and every tasks in our life. And again, try to correlate with the four aspects which Baba mentioned: the powers of body, mind, wealth, and relationships. Mm, Of course, we all are using the powers in all four of the aspects, but again, is there anything which we would like to work on, or anything which will help us, you know, get those power in a uh, more faster way, or in a more enhanced, profound way, so that things become more natural for us? So that is something which we can reflect. So let's close with a minute of meditation. I'll stay silent and let's introspect now only on how and in what way I'm using the powers in all four aspects: body, mind, wealth, and relationships. Let's introspect for a minute and then we'll close. I'll stay silent. Okay, thank you everybody. Have a great, powerful day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Bhai.